Welcome back to the darkest secrets. Tonight, I will take you deep inside one of America's most haunted places, Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky. A place where thousands of people died, where the air itself feels heavy with sorrow, and where visitors still claim to hear the whispers of the dead. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another terrifying true story. If you ever find yourself in Louisville, Kentucky, and you ask the locals about haunted places, chances are you'll hear about Waverly Hills Sanatorium. It's an enormous Gothic-style building that sits on a hill, its red brick walls cracked with age, windows dark like hollow eyes staring into your soul. Even in daylight, it doesn't look like a place you'd want to visit. But at night, when the fog rolls in and the wind whistles through the broken glass, it becomes a place of nightmares. The sanatorium was built in 1910 to treat patients suffering from tuberculosis. Back then, TB was called the White Plague, and it killed thousands of people every year. Waverly Hills quickly became overcrowded. At the height of the epidemic, it housed over 400 patients at once. Doctors tried every treatment they could think of. Some worked, most didn't. Many of their experiments now sound like torture. Patients were left outside in the freezing cold, believing fresh air could cure them. Some had their lungs surgically collapsed in a desperate attempt to heal them. Many of them never survived the treatments, and when they died, their bodies were taken through what became known as the death tunnel, an underground passage leading from the hospital to the bottom of the hill, where wagons would carry the corpses away. This way, living patients wouldn't see how many were dying each day. It's estimated that over 60,000 people died inside Waverly Hills Sanatorium, and some say their spirits never left. One of the most famous ghosts of Waverly Hills is the spirit of a nurse. She worked in room 502 back in the 1930s. Legend says she was unmarried and became pregnant, something forbidden at the time. Alone and afraid, she hanged herself from a light fixture in her room. Visitors who enter room 502 often describe a crushing feeling of despair. Some claim they've seen a woman in a nurse's uniform hanging from the ceiling, swinging slightly as though she had just died. Others hear footsteps pacing the room, even when it's empty. A few investigators have even captured the sound of a woman sobbing softly through their EVP recorders. Many paranormal teams call room 502 the most haunted part of the building. But it's far from the only one. Long, dark hallways stretch through Waverly Hills, and when you shine a flashlight down them, the darkness seems to swallow the light. Countless visitors report seeing shadow figures lurking just out of reach. Some stand at the end of the hallway, still and silent. Others dart from doorway to doorway, watching but never letting you get close. One of the most terrifying experiences reported is the sensation of being followed. Guests often hear heavy footsteps behind them, matching their pace perfectly, but when they turn around, no one is there. Some even claim the shadows will creep up behind you and whisper your name. Not all the spirits of Waverly Hills are frightening. Some are simply heartbreaking. There's a ghost known as Timmy, a young boy who died of tuberculosis. People say he still lingers in the building, waiting for someone to play with him. Visitors bring balls and toys, placing them on the floor of the old children's ward. Many times the balls will begin to roll on their own, sometimes gently, sometimes with enough force to push them across the hallway. Some investigators have even heard Timmy laughing, a small child's voice echoing faintly through the empty halls. Perhaps the darkest part of Waverly Hills is the death tunnel itself. It stretches over 500 feet underground, sloping down to the outside world. Walking through it feels like descending into another realm. The walls drip with moisture, the air is suffocating, and silence hangs heavy, broken only by your own footsteps. Many paranormal teams say the death tunnel is filled with spirits of those carried through it. Some hear groans, others hear screams, and a few have even felt hands grabbing their shoulders in the pitch-black darkness. One visitor described hearing the sound of a wagon wheel creaking slowly behind him, even though the tunnel was empty. Today, Waverly Hills is a hotspot for ghost hunters and thrill seekers. Nearly every paranormal TV show has filmed there. Hundreds of visitors every year leave with stories of their own. Doors slamming shut with no explanation. Figures peeking out of doorways. Cold spots where the temperature suddenly drops 20 degrees. Whispers in the dark that seem to call out their names. One tourist fainted in the hallway after claiming a tall shadow figure stood right in front of him, blocking his way. Another swore she felt someone's hand slip into hers while walking through the children's ward. No one was beside her. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, standing inside Waverly Hills Sanatorium, surrounded by its history of suffering, it's impossible to ignore the weight of what happened there. 60,000 lives lost, 60,000 stories cut short. And if you listen closely enough, maybe, just maybe, you'll hear their voices calling out from the darkness. Thank you for joining me tonight on The Darkest Secrets. If this story of Waverly Hills Sanatorium gave you chills, show your support by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and turning on the bell icon so you never miss another terrifying true story. Remember, some places are built for healing, but others are built to keep the dead from ever leaving.